Hi everyone, my name is Luca Lara, co-founder and CEO of Protean Surgical Instruments. Our company is developing a proprietary catheter platform technology for minimally invasive procedures. Neurovascular diseases such as stroke and brain aneurysms can have devastating long-term consequences for patients. In fact, neurovascular diseases are the #1 cause of permanent disability in the US. Neurointerventional radiology has revolutionized the way we manage these diseases. This minimally invasive specialty uses guide wires and catheters to navigate through blood vessels under image guidance to deliver treatment at a specific location in the brain. The combination of an aging US population, new imaging technologies, and improved outcomes makes neurovascular devices an emerging area for innovation with an estimated $1 billion market. Neurovascular catheters are the fastest growing segment within neurovascular devices with a 9% annual growth rate and a projected $512 million market size by 2024. Currently, a majority of neurointerventional radiology procedures are performed using a small incision at the groin to access the femoral artery. An alternative method is to use the radial artery at the wrist. This method has been shown to reduce complications, speed up patient recovery, and decrease overall healthcare costs in adjacent specialties such as interventional cardiology. Among the 200,000 neurointerventional procedures that are done in the US, only 10% use radial artery access, compared to 40 to 50% in interventional cardiology. If neurointerventional radiology utilized radial artery access at similar rates, the healthcare system would save up to $250 million annually. So what is preventing this adoption from occurring? From the front lines of stroke response to the interventional radiology suites where life-saving treatments are performed, our team spent 3,500 hours in clinical immersion within the neurologic continuum of care. Through this valuable firsthand experience, we identified catheter navigation as one of the key problems for radial artery access. You see, the path from the radial artery to the brain is filled with many sharp turns, which can be extremely difficult to navigate even for the most experienced proceduralists. One specific challenge is accessing a particular branch from the aortic arch, illustrated here, with the catheter in black and guide wire in white. First, proceduralists need to form a fishhook shape called the Simmons loop by retracting the stiff guide wire back and allowing the soft catheter to take the preformed configuration. The catheter is then retracted to hook into the target branch. However, the presence of other vessels in the area make it difficult to selectively access the correct branch. Even if the correct branch is selected, the catheters are often too soft to support the passage of a stiff guide wire and will be dislodged from the target vessel. This clinical video is what proceduralists see during the operation. It demonstrates the challenge associated with forming the Simmons loop and highlights how little control they have over the shape and orientation of the catheter. This is where Protean Surgical Instruments can make a difference. Our proprietary catheter technology utilizes soft robotic principles to allow the proceduralist to manipulate segments of the catheter within the body. This will improve catheter navigation for radial artery access. The Protean catheter will provide controlled orientation circumventing the need to form the Simmons loop we showed earlier. Once pointed in the correct direction, the proceduralist can modulate the catheter stiffness to facilitate passage of the guide wire without dislodging the catheter. With the guide wire securely in the target branch, the catheter can be softened and tracked up the guide wire, resulting in successful access. Protean looks to be a fast follower in the neurovascular catheter market, which has seen increased M&A activity in recent years. Innovative products are being developed by early-stage pre-market startups, and intense competition among the established market leaders has resulted in an arms race focused on acquiring new devices while avoiding the timely and costly process of developing novel technologies in-house. We've highlighted a few recent acquisitions in the space. Protean has outlined a timeline and operational plan to bring its first product to market. However, following FDA clearance, Protean will be viewed as a potentially attractive acquisition target. Protean is seeking $525,000 to reach its first set of milestones within the next 15 months. Subsequent funding rounds would be pursued to achieve FDA clearance and then for full commercialization. We will use the initial $525,000 to complete engineering, clinical, and regulatory tasks, which will bring the company towards FDA submission. The team has already started prototyping, and the funds received from LMI would go towards miniaturizing the design and developing the vascular model. The neurointerventional radiology community is small and well connected. Our sales strategy is to leverage our relationship with key opinion leaders at UCLA to tap into the network of academic medical centers across the country to facilitate our product launch. Capturing less than 1% of total neurointerventional cases will generate $1.4 million in revenue for the first year of sales. As adoption of the Protean device continues to increase, we will expand our reach to community hospitals, and we project $23.9 million in annual revenue by 2027. Our team has begun addressing the risks associated with intellectual property and technical feasibility by submitting a provisional patent and recruiting soft robotics and catheter manufacturing experts to our advisory board. Strategies have been identified for regulatory and clinical adoption to execute later in the operational timeline. The Protean team brings together experts in medicine, engineering, business, and law. Combined with the extensive experience of our advisory board, we are uniquely positioned to succeed in the neurovascular space. We are Protean Surgical Instruments, and we develop innovative technology that improves patient care. Thank you.